stop.
Never fucking cry.
Monkey D. Goofy. D. Luffy. You're stopping this bad guy.
Why would they do that, bro?
Bro, because it's getting you ready, don't Yeah, no! Woo! Oh, I can't take it. Oh, I can't take it, people. I can't take it. What is good, everybody? It is your boy T-Rav. I'm back again with another video. Right now, I have the Mandalorian. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. The Book of Boba Fett. Episode 5 review. All right, so before I get into all that, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that other stuff there. But, dog, I have to talk about this episode of the Book of Boba Fett, man. You know, the other reviews, they'll have dropped. I think I'm just going to make it one. But in this episode, dog, we didn't even really touch Boba Fett like that. We went back to the Mandalorian. And when I saw the episode title and it said, The Return of the Mandalorian, oh, I'm not going to tell you what was coming over me, boy. I was feeling something. But, man, it's just like, I didn't want to take a break from Boba Fett because we're starting to get to a place where it's real deal. And where we left off, they heavily alluded that they was going to have to go find the Mando because you already know what was going on. We got Fennec's whole backstory and how she was meeting with Boba Fett at least. And then how that involved the Mando. And obviously they're on good terms. It wasn't like hard feelings or nothing like that. But dude, it's crazy because I did not think we was going to stick with Mando whole episode. I did not think that. Bro, I felt like I was just back in that time. And like, I don't know if this is, we can't do that no more. But I need a Mandalorian season 2. I need it. Please. Disney, Mickey. Give me a season 2 of Mandalorian, please. But dog, this episode was dope because, you know, Mando's going back trying to find his people, and he ends up on this city. It's like Halo basically, and he finds his people. It's only 3 of them left. It's only his leader and then that other dude, the tank, obviously, who's had a problem with him since back in the day, and he goes there and he shows them the weapon and stuff like that. And we're just getting more backstory on the lore of this weapon and how the person who wields this weapon is going to lead the Mandalorians back out of the darkness. And she was even breaking down the story that we didn't know. I'm sure Star Wars fans knew already that how, oh God, I forget the name. The Vizsla family, Targo Vizsla, the fact that they basically blame them for the downfall of the Mandalorians, and to see their planet of Mandalore get blown up like that was crazy. That just shows you the level of the threat that they held. They held them to the same level as Jedi, clearly, because there's no way you would go and try and wipe them out like that if they weren't like a legitimate threat to your supremacy. But man, it was inevitable. We knew it was going to happen. That homie was going to try us. And he tried us and he lost. You lost, bitch. But at the end of the day, we kind of lost too because he has never lied to them. And he didn't lie. You know what I'm saying? He let them know. I have removed my helmet once and instantly, boom, you're not a Mandalorian anymore, according to them. That's the way. And now he's got to go seek redemption by bathing in the minds of Mandalore and stuff like that, and he doesn't even think it's possible because he believes all the minds were destroyed and stuff like that. Right? Obviously, I bet there is a way to do that, and hey, if we get Grogu again, maybe his apprentice journey is going to be helping us get there and, you know, get down in there. But honestly, I was just digging being with Mando again. Like, we haven't had that. Well, we didn't really have that for the most of the show. Mandalorian. But to get that right here, and bruh, they homie called him an apostate. It's crazy. It's like one false move, and then they just completely reject you because being a Mandalorian is their religion. He still references it even after he's been kicked out of being a Mandalorian. Like he goes, tries to get on the flight, and they're like, sir, you got to put all your weapons in. You got to go check out your weapons or something like that, or you cannot ride a commercial flight. And he's like, but I'm a Mandalorian. My weapons are my religion. And technically that's not really true anymore because you've kind of been disowned. But I respect you for always keeping that same energy and stuff like that. He obviously still views himself as a Mandalorian, and as he should, because that's the problem with his tribe at the end of the day. They're way too set in their ways. It's just antiquated beliefs and stuff like that, where if you don't do these certain things, then you are just not considered a Mandalorian. And it traces back to that whole world-ending event for them, because their tribe was actually on a moon or something like that and was secluded and was able to escape. But she basically referenced how anybody who didn't believe in the way was cursed, and the ones who did were the ones who actually escaped. So it's pretty wild to think of it like that. But, you know, obviously their tribe has been heavily decimated through time, and to where it's only just the three of them at this point. But are there any foundlings left? Like, what about the other Mandalorian tribe that he ran into last season? What's going on with them? All that. So I really want to know all that. But he also gave up his spear, which I was kind of disappointed in because that was a badass spear. But he said, you know, go ahead and make Grogu something. We don't know what it is. I think it has something to do with the ship, the ball, you know, all sentimental, something like that. Hopefully it's some kind of weapon or something that he can use, or maybe his future lightsaber or something. I don't know. But he's got the dark saber, and clearly he's not used to wielding it, which was weird at first because I was just thinking, you know, maybe he's just rusty, stuff like that. Well, not even just rusty. He's never been a swordsman. Like, it's not like he's got swordsmanship skills to fall back on. Like, yeah, he's a weapons expert, but swordsmanship is something that you got to train at. Or in this universe of wielding lightsabers, you got to have the Force aid you in that endeavor. And clearly, he is not that type of guy. But to see how heavy the swings were, I didn't realize that saber is actually, you have to basically work with it in a sense. It's like its own being, and if you kind of fight against it or try and wield it with pure strength, it gets heavier and heavier with every swing. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't realize that that's actually like that. I wonder if I don't think there's a drawback like that to like the lightsabers or anything like that. So maybe if that's just specifically dedicated towards that dark saber, that's a nice touch that we learned right there, because I never knew they had a drawback like that. And it kind of puts a little respect on Moff Gideon. Because say what you want, but he obviously was not fighting against it because he was using it just fine. So then he goes back to his crib, you know what I'm saying? And we got the mechanic lady. She was supposed to get him a ship, a regular ship, you know, the one he's used to. But she brings out another ship instead. And dude, this was so crazy because I had no idea what she had back there. But thinking about the planet and stuff they're on, it makes total sense. It makes total sense. And bruh, this ship, oh, it was Anakin's old ship way back episode 1. That's crazy. When Anakin was a little boy, it was his ship that he built himself. Like, that's wild. And it looked like a clunker, bro. It looked like that shit definitely belonged in the scrapyard. But they started fixing that bitch up, and man, that shit was wild. And he obviously isn't even used to driving something that fast, because when he actually got to take her over, he was like, oh, it handles kind of jerky. And she was like, well, that's because you're used to flying a gunship. That's a starfighter. You got to drive her like one. Yeah, she's purring, baby. Yeah, you gotta go. And dog, they even went the old route with the races that Anakin was doing. Like, that's, bro, my nostalgia was hitting 1,000%. And I loved it, honestly. Like, if you want to do that type of nostalgia, that's fine. But how we ended the last episode of Mandalorian was like, I felt like that was unnecessary. I understood it. But if you want to drop in a little nostalgia like this, I'm cool with that. And now that's his ship. Even the cops pulled up on him because, you know, he went a little crazy, did a test drive, and he went all the way up into space and is orbiting the planet and stuff like that. And he was flying too fast next to a commercial ship. You know, police roll up on him. And they're checking it out. And then one of the pilots was actually one of the pilots that had pulled up on him in the last season. And he started connecting dots and stuff like that. And they was going to ask him to come in. This nigga turned his head and hit the doop. Yeah, that nigga got up out of there, boy. He hit the dash on him. Hey, you not catching him. She said it and she meant it. She was right. He ain't even got to engage, no nothing. He don't have to have a ring to make a jump. No. He just can engage hyperdrive whenever necessary. And what's crazy is the pilots thought he had done that. No. He just got up out of there on you, boy. That's just how fast it is. So if he's got the fastest ship in the outer ring, I can't wait to see how he's about to handle this bitch. Because we already know how crazy that ship is if you've watched Star Wars before. So, cause I mean, it was made for the Royal Guard of Naboo. Like, it's not a scrub of a ship. Let's just put it like that, okay? So, then Fennec shows up at the end and pulls up on him and asks, you know, hey, we need a little bit of muscle. Would you mind coming to help Boba? And he's like, the pay's good. And then he was like, oh, yeah. No, keep that. Tell him it's on the house. I just got to go see my little homie first. So Mando's going to pull up and be the muscle. Oh, boy. Pike Syndicate. It's going to be rough for you, baby. It's going to be rough. Because if those two is on the job and we got Fennec, we ain't losing. I'm just putting it like that. We're not losing. Oh, my goodness, man. This was a sick episode. And you already started to see that their issues were starting to line up, because when he went back and saw the mechanic lady and stuff like that, she was saying how, like, times are tough and how the Pike Syndicate is making it problematic for everybody with how they're operating. So our interests have aligned, and Mando is all for it and ready to go. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen with that. And you know that we saw the little second bubble up top on his little ship. You know, she took the droid spot out, I think, to add that little second spot. So, you know, the little mans can ride once again if he's around. But that's if he rejoins the crew. I kind of hope that we just, you know, go straight Mando when he gets his second season. But I wouldn't mind seeing the little guy either. But Boba Fett, when you get this, man, I want to see you lead, baby. Lead. And you got the man with the dark saber at your side. You ain't going to lose. That's going to galvanize the people. I can't wait to see it. I'm hyped, y'all. He's probably going to dip for a couple episodes and show up, like, in the last couple episodes to really help with the battle at a strategic moment. Oh, I can't wait for it. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you thought about all the history and lore about the Mandalorians and their fall and the Vizsla family. And do you think that his tribe is right or wrong in how they kind of operate? Are they too set in their ways? Or do you think it actually has it actually serves that purpose like she feels? Like it honestly keeps them from danger and from harm? I don't know on that one. I don't know. But maybe. It's their religion. It's their way. This is the way. So let me know what else you thought about the episode. What do you think Boba's move is going to be in the meantime to get things started? Because he has to take down a whole syndicate to replace it with his own. He's gaining loyalty the best way that I know. So I'm definitely ready to see how he breaks it down and comes for the crown. But that is going to do it for me. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, all of those things. It's been your boy T-Rav and I'm out. Yeah. Mando. bitch.